Hey friends, Miss Cassie here with Solon Public Library's Digital Storytime. This month we've been talking all about numbers, and this week we're going to talk about numbers and the circus. But first we need to sing our welcome song and we need to get our clapping hands ready. So we're going to wiggle our fingers and shake our hands and rub them together really fast, really fast, really fast. And put them on our knees. All right, here we go. If you wanna read a book, clap your hands. If you wanna read a book, clap your hands. If you wanna read a book, have a seat and take a look. If you wanna read a book, clap your hands. All right, what do we do after we clap our hands? That's right, we stomp our feet. If you wanna read a book, stomp your feet. If you wanna read a book, stomp your feet. If you wanna read a book, have a seat and take a look. If you wanna read a book, stomp your feet. All right, what do we do after we stomp our feet? That's right, we twirl around. If you wanna read a book, twirl around. If you wanna read a book, twirl around. If you wanna read a book, have a seat and take a look. If you wanna read a book, twirl around. All right, for our last verse, we're gonna be as quiet as we can. And we're gonna whisper, hooray. If you wanna read a book, whisper hooray, hooray. If you wanna read a book, whisper hooray, hooray. If you wanna read a book, have a seat and take a look. If you wanna read a book, whisper hooray, hooray. Our theme song this month is the Numbers Song. We use numbers every day to tell the time and say our age, to ask for one more cookie, please, to count our elbows and our knees. We use numbers all the time. Now we'll end our numbers rhyme. Yay! Our first book this week is called Emma's Circus, written by Candace Fleming with pictures by Christine Davinier. Ooh. Raise your hand if you have ever been to the circus. I have. Circuses can be so much fun with the clowns and the acrobats and the animals. Let's read more about what makes Emma's Circus special. Last fall, my family and I rode into town, and I'm not kidding. You know what we saw? A circus parade just finishing up on Main Street. We had just missed it. But the very next morning, the circus bear pedaled into my yard. "Look, Daddy, look!" I cried. But he was too busy picking apples to pay me any mind. So my new friend and I played in the barn all day until Mama hollered, "Supper!" Then the bear hopped on his unicycle and headed away down the lane. Do you know what a unicycle is? A unicycle is like a bicycle, but instead of two wheels, it only has one, because uni means one and bi means two. So a unicycle has one wheel and you have to balance on top of the one wheel. It can be pretty tricky. So the bear hopped on his unicycle and headed away down the lane. "Goodbye," I called after him. "Come back soon." And I'm telling no fib, the next morning, that bear did. This time he brought along 2 seals with gold horns. "Look, Mama, look," I cried. But she was too busy canning to pay me any mind. So my friends and I played in the barn all day until Mama again hollered, "Supper!" Then the bear hopped on his unicycle and the seals tooted their horns and they all headed away down the lane. "Goodbye," I called after them. "Come back soon." And "I'm not pulling your leg." The very next morning, they did. Who do you think they brought with them this time? This time they brought along 3 juggling monkeys. "Look, Granny, look," I cried, but she was too busy quilting to pay me any mind. So my friends and I played in the barn all day until Mama once more hollered, "Supper!" Then the bear hopped on his unicycle, the seals tooted their horns, the monkeys juggled their hoops, and they all headed away down the lane. "Goodbye," I called after them. "Come back soon." And cross my heart, the next morning they did. This time they brought along, any guesses? 4 knock-kneed camels. "Look, Sam, look," I cried, but he was too busy chopping wood to pay me any mind. So my friends and I played in the barn all day until, you guessed it, Mama hollered, "Supper!" This is getting to be a pretty big circus that's coming to play with Emma every day, isn't it? So then the one bear hopped on his unicycle, the 2 seals tooted their horns, the 3 monkeys juggled their hoops, the 4 camels spat, and they all headed away down the lane. "Goodbye," I called after them. "Come back soon." And this is the downright truth. The very next morning, they did. Look at that long line of circus animals that are headed down the lane. So they came back, and this time they brought along 5 lions, 6 acrobats, 7 sword swallowers, 8 elephants, 9 clowns, and a 10-piece brass band. Whew, that escalated quickly. "Look, everyone, look," I cried. But the family was too busy working to pay me any mind. So my friends and I played in the barn all day until Daddy flung open the doors. "What's going on in here?" he asked. That was my cue. "Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, step right up to see the amazing, the incredible Emma's Circus." The band gave a drum roll. And my friends and I played like we had every day until the last note of music faded away. So look, the seals are playing their horns, the bear is riding his unicycle, the monkeys are juggling, the acrobats are hanging from the beams in the barn, the band is playing, the clowns are riding the elephants, the lions are there. Look, the sword swallowers are swallowing their swords. What an amazing circus. Clapping like crazy, my family leapt to their feet. "Did you see the sword swallowers?" exclaimed Mama. "What a sight!" "And the lions," squealed Granny. I loved the lions. By golly, that was the best circus I have ever seen, whooped Sam. That was the only circus you've ever seen, said Daddy. And he grinned. I sure am glad that Emma had time for it. And I bowed. Then the bear and the seals and the monkeys and the camels and everyone else packed up their things and all headed away down the lane. Goodbye, my family and I called after them. Come back soon. And would you believe it? They did. One bear, look, reading a book. 2 seals in the bathtub. 3 monkeys playing cards. 4 camels wearing the socks that Grandma knit. 5 lions taking a nap with the house cat. 6 acrobats doing aerials in the barn. 7 sword swallowers that look like they're helping make apple pie, maybe. 8 elephants taking a mud bath with the pigs. 9 clowns turning apples into clowns' noses. And the 10-piece brass band playing music for the chickens. The end. In our circus book, the last group to join the circus was the 10-piece band. So we're gonna sing a song, This Old Man, that is all about drumming. So I have my drumsticks here. They're just 2 little pieces of wood, 2 dowels. And so if you have some dowels at home, you can use these for your drumsticks, or you can use chopsticks if you have them, or sticks from your yard, or you can just use your 2 pointer fingers to be your drumsticks. And whenever you're not using your drumsticks, we're gonna keep them on our shoulders. That's a safe spot for them to be. So let's practice. Ready? Okay, and this is our counting song, and we're gonna go all the way up to 4 with our counting song, and we're just gonna keep the rhythm with our sticks, just like this. This old man, he played 1. He played knick-knack on my drum with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Good job. This old man, he played 2. He played knick-knack on my shoe. All right, and we're gonna drum on our shoes. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Good job. This old man, he played 3. He played knick-knack on my knee. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 4. He played knick-knack on the floor. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Yay! Great job, friends! Excellent drumming. One of the yummy foods that you'll often eat at the circus is popcorn. So we are gonna sing a little song called Popcorn, and we have some actions here. So first, we're gonna put the oil in the pot. Can you put the oil in the pot? Perfect, and we're gonna let it get hot. So here's the heat coming up from the pot. Then we're gonna put the popcorn in, and we're the popcorn. So we are gonna jump in the pot and we're gonna crouch down just like a little corn kernel before it turns into popcorn. So we're gonna put the popcorn in and start to grin. Let's see big smiles. And then sizzle, 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 pop. Okay, are you ready to be popcorn. Here we go. You put the oil in the pot and you let it get hot. You put the popcorn in and you start to grin. Sizzle, 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 pop! Yay! All right, we're gonna sing it now that you know the actions. We're gonna sing it 3 times. The first time, we're gonna sing it at a normal volume. The second time, we're gonna sing it really quietly. And then the third time, we're gonna sing it really loud. Okay, here we go. You put the oil in the pot and you let it get hot. You put the popcorn in and you start to grin. Sizzle, 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 pop! Okay, now quiet. You put the oil in the pot and you let it get hot. You put the popcorn in and you start to grin. Sizzle, 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 pop! Okay, now as loud as you can be. You put the oil in the pot and you let it get hot. You put the popcorn in and you start to grin. Sizzle, 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 pop! Yay! All right, friends, our last circus book today is called Circus, and it's written and illustrated by Lois Ehlert. Now, I love Lois Ehlert's illustrations in this book because they are very graphic. They use lots of shapes and bright colors, and to me, that is the perfect aesthetic for a book about a circus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best circus in the world. Please take your seats. Let's begin our show with Hugo, the world's biggest elephant. Captured in the wild, he's truly a massive mammoth. Oh, look at, what color is Hugo the elephant? Yeah, he's red and he has green ears and he has a trunk that is purple, orange, green, and red. Like a rainbow almost. For our next act, please welcome the daring darling of our show, Princess Lydia, as she rides bareback on her prancing horse. Ooh, ah. Now let's hear a little applause for Fritz, the Wonder Bear, as he rides on the high wire. Look, no paws. What is Fritz the bear riding? Is he riding a unicycle or a bicycle? Does it have 1 wheel or 2 wheels? That's right, 2 wheels. So it is a bicycle. Good job. Hold your breath and cross your fingers as these marvelous muscle men, the Pretzel Brothers, form a towering human pyramid. How many Pretzel Brothers are there? We'll count from the bottom to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Pretzel Brothers. Look at how strong they are. Watch closely as Samu, the fiercest tiger in the world, jumps through a flaming hoop. It's amazing, isn't it, folks? Look at that brave tiger. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a short intermission. We'll be right back. Do you know what an intermission is? It's a break. It's a break in a show, like in a circus or a play. Sometimes even really long movies would have intermissions. So this is the perfect time to get a snack. Get your cotton candy and your snow cones here. Look, what animal is getting a snack right now? Can you tell what that is? Looks like a goat to me. That is one lucky goat getting a snow cone at the circus. Hungry, thirsty, step right up. Popcorn, peanuts, ice cream bars, hot dogs, soda, souvenirs. Let's see, what would you pick if you had to pick between popcorn, peanuts, Ice cream bars, hot dogs, or soda? What snack would you get? I think that I would get a hot dog and some popcorn. That sounds yummy. Perfect lunch at the circus. Welcome back, folks. On with the show. I'm proud to present Lena and Lilla, the fearless leaping lizards. Ooh, ah. Shine a light on Miss Eunice, Queen Supreme of the snake world, as she leads her marching snakes. Human eyes will never behold and act like this again. Ooh, ah. How do snakes march, do you think? I think of marching as something you do with your arms and your legs, but snakes don't have arms or legs. How many snakes are in Miss Eunice's act? Let's count them. We'll start with the one she's holding, and then onto her head, and then onto the ground. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 snakes, my goodness. And now, back by popular demand, Buster and Buck, the world famous goats. Hey, I think we saw one of these guys getting a snow cone at intermission, didn't we? And please, my friends, a moment of silence as the flying zucchinis attempt a twisting triple, that means 3, somersault. Will the faint-hearted please close their eyes? Did they land it? What do you think? If they landed a triple somersault, do you know what everyone would do? Yay! Yay! Great job! Hooray! Now sit back and relax as beautiful Bertha and her rainbow parrots whistle, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Do you know that song? Should we try to whistle it together, or you can hum it? If you can't whistle, because whistling's hard. I bet her parrot sounded something like that, don't you think? And now, for our final act, Bruno the Magnificent dares place his head in the jaws of a ferocious lion. Please remain calm. Loud noises make the lion jumpy. So brave. And that's the end of our show, folks. Let's give everybody a big hand. Yay! A round of applause for the circus. It's like we were there, don't you think? The end. All right, friends, it's time for our goodbye song. But first, let me tell you that our story times the whole month of April were sponsored by the Friends of the Solon Public Library. They're an awesome organization that supports the library by helping programs like this and also our summer reading program. And you can support the Friends by buying some of the used books in the front entry of the library or at the Friends book sales when they have those. And also by participating in the city-wide garage sale. The Friends of the Library help organize that. They put a map together so you know where all the sales are happening. And you just pay a small fee to get on the map and to get a sign for your yard so everyone can find where you are. So a big thank you to the Friends of the Solon Public Library for supporting Storytime this month. But now it's time for our goodbye song. We read a book and we played a game and we sang a song too. Now go read a book and go play a game and sing a little tune. Go read a book and go play a game. We'll see you back here soon. See you soon, friends.